Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addicted makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duochromes, multichromes, blush, highlight, lip gloss, basically everything except pressed glitter, and today I want to talk to you about 25 or so products that I found from Sephora that are all under $30 that I think are great choices if you're looking to pick something up during the VIB sale. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me, we're getting into it right now. So one of the things that is really challenging about Sephora's sale is that everything, well, not everything, but everything is super expensive over there. So by the time you put like 6 things in your cart, you're looking at like $200. I mean, there are some like skincare products that are $100, $150. There's the La Mer cream, I think is like $360. You've got Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes for $128. I mean, you can really do some damage. But the good news is, at least in my opinion, there are plenty of really nice quality products that are at a lower price point that you can still enjoy a nice discount on and pick something up during the sale. So that's what this video is for. So this is in no particular order other than the order in which I was screenshotting things as I was surfing around the website looking for products or looking for my favorite products to want to talk about today. The first thing that I want to talk about is the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly Nonstick Gloss. This originally retails for $16 and they have a bunch of different shades. I have the shade Coconut and I have the shade that came with the Dumpling Hour blush for Lunar New Year. What was that called? Yeah, so this one's Magic. It's like a clear gloss with some iridescent pearly bits in it. And they do still have that shade available as an individual lip gloss rather than as that like little blush and lip gloss duo. They also have a lip liner and lip gloss duo, so if you're not particular about your shades and you want to try both, that might be a reasonable thing to do too. I think it's $24. In addition to that though, I will hype up the Tower 28 Beach Please Lip and Cheek Cream Blushes. I have Office Hours and I forget what the other shade is that I had, but I tried to, if there was more than one shade, screenshot one of the shades that I have and recommend. That way it comes up with the name at the bottom of the picture that I'm hopefully including here. But yeah, these blushes are really nice, very creamy, blendable. I don't feel like they're so overpigmented that they're hard to work with. And I think they last all day on the cheeks, so they're something that I've been very impressed with. I have some that I think are running on 2 years now and they're still not dried out, so again, very impressed with the longevity for those. The third thing that I'll mention is the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Foundation. I have the shade 11.5P, which is fair for light skin with pink undertones. That's me. This I feel like is like sort of a thinner, more like watery kind of consistency, but it builds very nicely. It blends out very nicely. I feel like it lasts very well throughout the day. It doesn't oxidize very badly, which I really appreciate. It does make some claims about being anti-pollution. I can't really speak to that because I don't know what it is about their product that makes it anti-pollution, but that exists in case that's of appeal to you. As far as the Sephora Collection Foundation, it is $20, and during the last few VIB sales, they've had 30% off of all the Sephora Collection products, regardless of your tier, so that one could potentially be like $14, which is pretty decent for a foundation. The next thing that I wanted to recommend is the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumper Line Smoothing Gloss. They have a mini for $15 in Rosy Outlook, but I think any of the shades are really quite nice. You can't really go wrong with them. I have some of the minis, and then I have I think one full size that is in that like soft pink shade. I really like that product. I think it lasts nicely for a lip gloss, you know, throughout the day. Obviously it's not going to survive eating and drinking and things like that, but in general, just talking and things, I feel like it still stays on the lips really well. All right, if you are somebody that is on the hunt for a brow defining brush, if you use pomades or powders for your brows, consider this brush. This is the KVD number 70 pomade brow brush. It's $20 and it is the thinnest, tightest little brush that I feel like you can just get in and mimic those hairs in your brows so easily. Like, can you see? It is like paper thin, that brush. I really like this brush. I think it is such a nice brow defining brush. There was a Sephora brand brush set that also had a really nice brow brush in it, but that has long since been discontinued. And again, that's only $20, so pretty decent for, you know, a higher end brush. Next up is the Bumble and Bumble Mini Hairdressers Invisible Oil Heat Protectant Leave-In Conditioner Primer. That is a long ass name. But I got this in a hair care favorite set, I think last year during the fall VIB sale, or maybe the year prior. Yeah, it was the year prior. And I just got around to using it up. I really liked it. It was quite nice. I would spray that in my hair before running like a dryer hairbrush comb kind of hybrid product through my hair, and I really, really liked how soft my hair looked. It didn't look like greasy or weighed down. I have a Kenra heat protectant spray, and I feel like that one leaves my hair looking a lot more oily, so this one was definitely preferred for me. And $16 for a trial size I think is pretty reasonable, because you get a good amount of product to try before you decide if you want to buy the full thing. Next up is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Glow Highlighting Stick, and I originally picked this up because Angelica was talking about it like ad nauseum at one point, and I just thought like, wow, that looks super cool, I want to try it. So I picked up the Pearlescent Glow shade, and I do think it is quite nice. It has sort of that clicky pen kind of an applicator or dispenser to it. There's 4 different shades, so I think that's fairly decent for a highlighter range, especially coming from Tarte, and the price is $30. So with the discount, it will fall under that $30 price point. Another Tarte product that I have been ranting and raving about is the Sketch and Set Brow Pencil and Tinted Gel. I have black brown and the medium dark brown. God, I made it really noisy. So here's the black brown, and then this is the dark warm brown. So I have 2 different shades. Dark warm brown I think is the next step lighter from black brown, and I don't like that one as much, but I do think these are really nice products. Why one of them is pink and one of them is like gold and like toned based on the shade, I don't know. I think both of those came from like the build your own bundles on Tarte's websites, but anyway, delightful brow pencil. Next is the Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez Positive Light Liquid Luminizing Highlight, and it is $25. I have the shade Enlighten. I am very tempted to pick up the pink shade though. I think that would be really pretty on my skin tone. The Enlighten shade is this very beautiful, like soft, blendable kind of formula, and I feel like it gives really good light dimension on the skin. It's not something that I feel like is so blinding that you can't sort of tone it down or thin it out. I tend to use my fingers, which RIP to my fingers because I was swatching the Glamlight and Kiss palette earlier, hence my eye looks. But when I use my fingers to sort of sheer out the Rare Beauty highlighter, I think it still looks very like soft and demure. And then if you kind of pack on a little bit more of the pigment, it's going to be really blinding. So you have some leeway there. And the price for that one's $25. I did also want to shout out the baked highlighters, which are the Positive Light Silky Touch highlighters. I know they just came out with the blushes. I'm not a luminous blush girl. I think I figured that out. I used to buy tons of luminous blushes, and the more that I own, the more I'm like, these are not my favorite. So I probably will not pick up any of those. But I do really like Mesmerize, and then the original like light white shade. I have both of those, and I thought those were quite nice. Next up is the Urban Decay Hydromaniac Dewy Liquid Blushes, and they retail for $22. I have a total of 4 shades at this point. I just picked up 2 during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty where they were half off, so that was awesome. But those are really, really nice blushes, especially liquid blushes, and I like the fact that they're in sort of a squeezy tube applicator, so it's a little bit more hygienic, and hopefully with the packaging will last a little bit longer. It doesn't have as much opportunity to dry out as like a sort of open pan. I did also want to mention the Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring Blush in the shade Watermelon Rain, which is this like really bright poppy fuchsia shade. I think it's really pretty on the face. Definitely want to like go in cautiously when you first use it, but I do think it's a beautiful powder. It retails for $29. I know I bought mine when it was full priced, but I didn't remember it being $29. So I don't know if they've had a price increase or if that was always the price and my memory is just flawed, which is always a possibility. Next up, I wanted to mention the Kaja Face Bento Cream Bronzer Powder Blush Highlighter Sculpting Trios, and I have the shade Sugar Cookie highlighted. It's $28, and I think it's just this very soft demure trio that you could use on your face. They have 4 different shades available right now, so there's definitely some options. So this is the Butter Up one, which is 01. So I guess the shade that I have in the picture is lighter than this one, but there's the cream bronzer. There's the highlight, which does have a little bit of like an iridescent pink quality to it. And then there's the blush. Next up is the St. Jane Beauty Luxury Lip Shine Longwear Hydration Lip Oil with vitamin C. And I have several of these bad boys. Mystic is probably my favorite shade. They do have some that are like a cream finish, some that are a more like metallic sparkly finish, so you can kind of choose there. I don't think the sparkles are so plentiful in the formula that it gets like gritty on your lips, but I do definitely prefer the cream because I just think it's a more flattering look, especially since I tend to do more dramatic eye looks. I'd rather have something a little bit more like understated on my lips. Then the next one is the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm Ultra Hydrating Lip Balm. I picked out the Banana Kiss shade, and I literally just picked one of these up from Ulta during 21 Days of Beauty. So I don't need that, and on my picture it'll be marked as $13, which is the half price that it was for that flash sale day. That just happened to be the day that I was taking screenshots. The original price though is $26, so that would be the price to expect on that one. But very, very nice formula. I tried, which one? Well, I didn't try it because like yucked the testers, but I was smelling the testers in Ulta, and I don't know if they've been sitting there a while or not, but the watermelon one, I could not smell anything other than like lip balm. It didn't have any kind of watermelon scent to me, so that one I would just proceed with caution if it's the scent that you're most interested in. The chocolate one smells very chocolatey too, so that would be another one to consider. Another awesome lip product that I wanted to mention is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Poutsicle Hydrating Lip Stain. The shade that I like most is Berry Banger, which is this like deep kind of burgundy purple shade, and I think it's really flattering on the lips. It lasts all day, which is awesome. Price is $28. They do have some other shades that they've since come out with to sort of add to that sort of purpley berry family of colors, which I really appreciate. But then they do also have kind of a bright coral, they have a red and a hot pink. So there are some options if that is something that is of interest to you. Next is the Supergoop Mini Glow Oil SPF 50 Dry Body Oil Sunscreen. I have mine right here. It's running very low. But that is $18 for the 1 ounce trial size, and I think that's a really nice oil. When you spray it on and kind of wipe it into your skin, it applies and like sinks in very quickly, and I don't feel like it messes with my foundation when I go to apply that on top. So I've really liked that one a lot. I definitely would consider getting a full-size bottle when I run out of my mini. Then the Sephora collection relaunched all of their face products. So the Sephora Colorful Contour Matte Powder, I picked out the shade Fair to Light because obviously that's my undertone, but they do have other shades for other undertones. Retails for $14. Again, they're probably going to be about 30% off during the sale, so that would be something to watch out for. And I think it's a really, really nice powder contour single, easy to travel with or to use at home. I did also want to mention the Sephora Collection Deep Cleaning Brush and Sponge Shampoo. I went through an entire bottle of this. This was 8.45 ounces over the last like year or so, and I'm just starting to use up some of the brush soap solids that I have, and then once I go through those, I'll probably go back to one of the liquid brush cleansers because I do think that that one is quite nice. And again, that's $26, but 30% off. Okay, just a few more things here. I have the Kayali Invite Only Amber 23 Travel Spray. This is one of my absolute favorite fragrances, and I actually have the full size of this one because I think it is such a wonderful scent. It's got that warm, kind of ambery, vanilla kind of undertone or notes to it. So if that's a scent family that you particularly care for, that would be one that I would highly recommend. But I think all of the Kayali travel sprays are about $29. So if there's another like fragrance that is in that family that you're more interested in, they should all be the same price. I kind of want to try the newish, the lychee one that they came out with, I think at the end of last year, beginning of this year. I would like to try that one. The pistachio one I smelled in Sephora and I was not a fan. The other fragrance that I think is quite nice is Juliet Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes Travel Spray, and this one is $30 for a 7.5 ml travel spray. I really like this. It's like bright, sunny. It smells like summer when you smell that fragrance. So I think it is such a wonderful one to have. It's very like vanilla meets the beach. So if that's something that you think that you would like, I would definitely give that one a try. And then another another one of the Kaoli fragrances that I quite like is the Vanilla 28 travel spray. Again, $29. They do have this sort of mini in the little rectangular bottles instead that I think are like $30 or $31, but the travel sprays themselves are $29, and that's completely fine with me. Then I have the Way Mini Wave Spray. This is one of the wave sprays that I've been using pretty consistently, and I've gone through, I think, 2 of these minis that are 1.7 fluid ounces. I really like it because I think it gives my hair like nice sort of post-beach sea salt water kind of curly hair without being like crunchy and hard, or without giving it sort of an irregular like shininess that it shouldn't have. So I've really enjoyed that spray. I think it's quite nice and it works really nicely in my hair. So that is one that I would highly recommend. And for $14, even full price, that's still pretty reasonable for almost 2 ounces of product. And then I could not get away from mentioning the Way St. Bart's Cleansing Scalp and Body Sugar Scrub. This is the mini, so it's $18, so it meets my criteria. But if you are kind of ballin', there is a body cream and soap duo that I think is like $53. That is the best bang for your buck, because then you can smell like St. Bart's all day, and that is wow. It's like a vacation. It's like coconutty, summer, tropical, beachy kind of vibes. I love it. The sugar scrub is great. The body wash is great. I really want to get the lotion for myself, so that's probably on my wish list. All right, and quick, while I am ahead, I want to talk about the last product so that my camera doesn't die on me again. The last thing that I wanted to mention is the Kerastase Mini Elixir Ultime Hydrating Hair Oil Serum, and it is $28 for 1.7 ounces. Again, this is a wonderful product. Just a couple of pumps I put in my hand and I run it through from the ends to the mids in my hair, which seems to give it like just enough hydration to sort of be less frizzy, but not so much that it kind of makes my hair look like oily or greasy or like dirty, which I really appreciate. It has an absolutely wonderful smell. I feel like the rest of it I just kind of like rub into my hands and it leaves my hands feeling nice and soft. So overall, that's been a fan favorite of mine as well. And again, it's $28. And with that being said, I think that is everything for this video. Like I said, I just wanted to pick out some products that I think are tried and true favorites of mine that are more reasonable, like budget friendly. Not everybody has, you know, $1,000 to spend on a Sephora haul. So if you wanted to participate in the sale, you wanted to get 1 or 2 little like new things, these might be things to try that would still keep you within your budget. All right, and with that said, that is everything for this video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.